Hey guys, what we're going to be doing right now is we're going to be prop surfing, learning how to prop surf without scripts. Yes, this may seem hard, but with good practice, you can learn how to do it like this. Oh fudge. Well, okay, yeah. It's hard to turn in midair sometimes. But at least you could do that today. And start bunny hopping. Or just jumping, W hopping, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, let's get started. So what we're going to get started with is binding keys and mouse sensitivity. So I think it's important that you get your mouse sensitivity something pretty high, like this, 6, 1, 15, down here. And it's so you can turn your mouse easily, because if you can't do that, like if you move your mouse all the way across your mouse pad and all it does is go over here, then that's gonna be a little problematic. It's not gonna let you prop surf easily. So anyways, also some other settings that you can play around with if you're on your own server or if you're on someone else's server that have this is SV Air Accelerates. Now before you saw that I couldn't prop surf, or I couldn't rotate in the air, I couldn't turn, but now after you add that I can actually do that pretty easily. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So anyways, I'm just gonna keep this on for just for the sake of making things easier for me. Now after you've bound all your settings, you can also there's something that's optional that I would really recommend is you would bind your mouse wheel to jump, because of course if you're rolling your mouse wheel like this, then you're gonna jump as soon as you hit the ground. So you're not gonna lose any momentum when you start doing this. No momentum loss. Well, a little bit, but not as much as just running. So you bind that by typing bind M wheel down or M wheel up. It doesn't matter. Or you can bind both. Anyways, I personally do M wheel down, and then you write plus jump. And I just entered it, and it worked. Even though it was already bound. So anyways, after you got that bound, we have to do a little more binding. We're almost there. You have to find the prop that you want to prop surf with. So this prop might be a metal plate. This is what I use, personally. So yes, this is a metal plate. When I press B, it spawns one for me. So spawning this isn't using any sort of hacks. It's just using the console. So first you bind a key. You find a key that you think would be comfortable to where you could easily spawn a prop and successfully do that. So I would say bind, or I have mine bound to B, but maybe you want to do something more convenient like F or G or Q if that's more convenient for you. So anyways, let's use B for example's sake. So bind B. You want to right click the prop you want and copy to clipboard. Bind B quotation GM spawn. This is the command that spawns props as if you normally spawned. And you just press Control V, and yeah, your prop's in there. As you can see, when I press B, the prop's all spawned. So now that we're actually done with all the binding, we're going to move on to the actual prop surfing. Now this is a little tricky. It doesn't take much to explain, but it does take a lot of practice. So don't get discouraged. I don't even know if that's a word, but yeah, don't lose your hope if you don't do it in the first try. It'll take a few tries. It'll take a lot more than a few tries, actually. So anyways, what I would start out with is trying to spawn a prop. You know, just press your key, get used to it, move around, spawn your prop. You just want to be as comfortable as you can with what you've got. So what else you can do is you can try to practice your mouse wheel, because this is what really it makes people uncomfortable. Yeah, as you can see, I'm strafing around. You don't particularly need to strafe around. At least just jump repeatedly like this, and that should be good enough. You can get that a few times in a row without messing up. I'm using a Razer Death Header right now to do this. They got a nice smooth mouse wheel. Anyway, so once you feel comfortable with that, you can use the prop. Get a little used to it. Spawn the prop. This is how you prop surf. You spawn the prop. You scroll the mouse wheel in. And you do a 180. Now doing a 180, it sounds hard, right? It sounds like, whoa, wait, what? It's something that you just have to practice. I can do it instantaneously, but I can't do it like, you know, delayed, like that. I can do it like this. So, you should have to practice that. It'll take a while. After about 45 minutes, I could do this, and I could also do a few other things. And that's because I'd had practice with surf and bunny hop before that. So this might take you a little more than 45 minutes. That doesn't matter. As long as you get it. And also, there's another way to prop surf, but on GMod 13, it got a little bit inefficient. Before, you could launch yourself up with a prop like this. Right now, you can't really do that, but you can do this and do a 180 still, but it's just going to bring you to the ground, ultimately. You're not going to be able to do much with it. But it's just something to think about. Yeah, that's how you prop surf. If you like this tutorial, why not give it a like and then watch all my other tutorials? Because, you know, it's good to learn how to prop surf and whatnot. Yeah. Thanks for watching.